Well, first of all, I want to say that asking a Black woman about her genius still seems radical in 2025. When I think of genius, I think of other ideas of knowledge or other ideas of brilliance and someone else ascribing that label. So this exercise alone has given me a lot to think about, and I appreciate the reflection and I appreciate the reframing. It made me actually go back to understand what the word genius means. And when I looked at the etymology, I found that the Latin root of the word genius is to beget, is to give life. It means your household guardian spirit. And from there, I was able to answer that question. And so I think for me, when I really felt in alignment with myself and with nature and with the divine was in my 30s. That was the first time that I think I came to terms with who I am as myself, and at the same time, the concept of self fell away to something bigger. I think of it more as a series of moments, almost like shutter clicks that have happened throughout my life and ideally will continue to happen. I think of those moments of times when I said no instead of saying yes and sort of going the easier route. I think of it as times when there might have been confusion even to me around why I was making a decision, and every step I took seemed to illuminate a different path. I think of it as moments when I'm alone in nature and I feel small. I feel like an individual wave in a bigger ocean, or I feel like an individual ring in a tree. And so those moments are when I think less about myself and more about just being. And that is when I feel most comfortable and most at home. I would say 3 things. First, I would say that voice that is questioning you, that is maybe demeaning you or making you feel small, that's not your voice. So the first assignment is to figure out whose voice that is and get to know it and ideally befriend it, because it doesn't ever go away. But if you can identify it and understand it's not yours, that's hugely important. The second thing I would say is find what is yours and get comfortable with what your own inheritance is. That is what's given to you by the ancestors. That is yours to own. And that's your genius. That's your uniqueness. That's your assignment here on this planet. And the third thing I would say is that your genius needs to be cultivated and nourished. So seek out things that feed it. Ancient texts, art is created by others' genius. And so when you get to sit with it, it unlocks something inside of you. And spend time traveling, seeing the world, and being able to have that guardian spirit guide you and let you roam.